Okay. You want to tell about World War II, how you enlisted and...
Well, in World War II, I graduated from high school when I was 17 in 1943, and they give everybody a test, the seniors, and I made a pretty good score in that, and so I thought I wanted to be a Navy pilot. They had a program there, and so I signed up for that, and they took me to Chicago, and I took an exam, and I flunked the depth perception in my eyes, so I couldn't go in that. So then I could transfer over to the Army Specialized Training Program, and I joined that then, and of course I passed that physical all right, and it was in I think September of '43 why I went to University of Kentucky, and we took basic physics and chemistry, an Army thing, I don't know, something about Army training and that, and I took 3 months course in that, and then I was 18, and they said when you're 18 you had to take basic training, and so I took basic training, and after basic training they said that they had that program was only for the last 4 years, or how do I want to put it? Anyway, advanced. In other words, there was 2 semesters of basic and then 2 semesters of advanced. And if you had to be in advance to keep going on that, so then I went, and then they took basic training at Fort Benning, and after that, then they sent us to camp, Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and there I was put in the 4th platoon and machine gun training, and we trained all summer and done maneuvers and this and that, and finally in October we went overseas to England. We was in England a while, and then we went across the Channel and into France, and we was there about a month, and then we went up to the front, and we got up to the front about the 3rd of December, and then we went into action, and from then, well, we was just in France, and we went into Germany, and I suppose we was 7, 8 miles in Germany when a bulge happened. So they took us and trucked us out, and we went to the bulge, and we was in the bulge then, and we kind of got ambushed in the bulge, and we lost more casualties there than any place we did in the war. Yeah, we pretty well really shot us up.
Where did you get the heel of your boot shot off at?
That was that. After we was retreating, we retreated through woods, and they dropped I think it was probably a mortar shell.
Oh yeah.
And it took it must have been something like my finger, because where it went in, it was small, and where it come out, it was wide.
Oh yeah, okay.
So it must have been twisting, and it went in and twisted and come out. And,
Did you see any kids
Then-
I would have liked to kept that shoe, but when so far they had what they called snowpacks, and everybody had to get snowpacks, and you had to turn your other shoes and boots in. So I couldn't keep it as a souvenir.
What else wars were you in?
Well, then we was along the Siegfried line for quite a while, Magnol and Siegfried, and then we were just kind of stationary there, just in front, in foxholes, and they'd shell us once in a while, and we'd shell them once in a while. That was basically it. And then we moved, and that's when we crossed the Moselle River.
Is that river you're talking about?
Yeah.
You crossed it at night or
Early morning.
early morning?
Yeah.
Then what'd you do then there when you crossed the?
Well, it was kind of a screw up. There was a road went right along here, and then where we crossed, and then a little ways down, the road went, and there was kind of a little stream, and it went back that way. And they said that there was a barricade there for keep tanks, traffic, or anything. And we were supposed to cross and go up there and put our machine gun up so they couldn't take that barricade down and bring tanks or anything up. And it was totally false. There wasn't anything there at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we went up and managed to get there, and it was so then we went on up, and well, we went up and got a position, dug a foxhole, and stayed there about a day or two, and then we went, and the Moselle River and the Rhine come together right here, and we was in between there, and we'd come up to the Rhine River, and that's where we was going to cross, and that's when I got trench foot was bad enough that I went back to the hospital.
Yeah. Then what'd you do?
Well, I was in the hospital till just before the war ended. I was got back to my outfit about a week before the war ended.
Oh yeah. Then you came back to the United States.
Yeah.
And you was getting ready for training to go to the Pacific, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when they dropped the bomb and the war was over, and
I was a happy puppy.
all right, that's pretty cool. You want to let you know about your great uncle there, the one that was in Yellowstone?
Well, I don't know too much about him, except he was a scout at Yellowstone, and at that time...
His name is what?
Burgess.
You know his last name?
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay.
And the Indians was a problem there, and evidently he got captured by them, and they tied him up, and about that time when I guess the rest of the scouts come up, or army, whatever was there, and the Indians fled, but the one Indian, when he would run, he turned around and he threw a tomahawk, and it took 2 of his little toes off. It just,
yeah.
And, so he had 2 toes that he lost.
And who was he married to? It was
Grandma Ward's sister, Flo.
Flo, okay.
Florence.
Yeah, and your grandmother was Elizabeth. Was her last name Warner? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got the family Bible from her family there, like 1849 Bible there. Now you want to tell about Grappa Ward coming from the Erie Canal?
Yeah.
What you know about that?
Yeah, he, as a boy, 4 or 5 years old, he come on the Erie Canal to Indiana, and his mom was French Indian, and they only spoke French till he was 5 years old. When
Find a lid to that, Liz.
they got here,
And you just throw
I guess they
away
decided they should learn English because everybody spoke English here.
things like
And
that.
he was, I know when he was old and talked to me, he said he couldn't even remember any French or anything. He forgot all of it.
Now, his dad was Elwood, right? That had been his dad, would have been Elwood Ward, right?
No, that was Elwood.
Oh, that was Elwood that came?
No, that's right, yeah. Elwood was his dad.
Because this was Andrew Joseph.
J.
Andrew Joseph
Yeah.
that came. His dad was Elwood. Now, did Elwood speak French or
No.
not? He probably didn't, did he?
I don't know. Now that's something, probably not too
Yeah.
much.
But his wife was Indian, French Indian.
Yeah.
And she was raised by the Indians or something like that. This,
Well, yeah, the way I understand it, this was a French trapper. There was a lot of French when was trappers like that.
yeah.
And of course there wasn't any American or white women, so if they got married, it generally was an Indian. And he married an Indian woman, and their child was my great
Grandmother.
grandma, I guess.
Yeah, my great great grandmother. Huh. You don't know what her name was? Sarah? Was it Sarah?
That's what's on the
Tombstone?
documents, but I think her name was really something else originally, but I can't tell you.
Okay. What do you know about Elwood other than he fought in the Civil War? Do you know anything else about him, or do you remember anything much about Elwood?
You know, he had one brother, Alex,
Yeah.
and Alex went to Texas, San Antonio.
And he had a lot of sons, didn't he?
He had, I think, 11 children. I don't know what they, but he did come back one time and visit Elwood.
And we got a picture of them two sitting together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's all I know about that.
That's all you know about Elwood, other than he fought in the Civil War
Yeah.
like that. So, all right. Any other family history or anything
Got everything.
you can think of that we need to remember, need to be passed down?
Get that one lid good.
I guess not.
You want to talk about your Grandpa Ward? Didn't he own a company that drained land down around Woodburn or so in the Great
Oh.
Black Swamp?
My Grandpa Ward, when he got old enough, from 37 on south, his swamp was swamp at that time. There was a glacier, and I guess it come up and it stopped right where 37 goes.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, north of there, it's kind of clay and a little hilly like that, and below that, it's all level, flat, and dark,
Yeah.
rich land.
Yeah.
And when he was, I guess that they was just marking it out. So they marked them out in 1 mile sections, you know, like that. And he hired a team. He kind of had a company. He hired men with teams and then other men with just shovels. And they would, along this road, they would dig a ditch. And then every so interview, they would put tile in to drain it.
Mm-hmm.
And he done that for a couple of years, or I don't know how long. And when they got done with that, why, he bought a farm then and become a farmer.
Okay. And then your dad was a farmer, and
I can finish up with it.
My grandpa was
yeah.
a farmer.
Well, and your dad also farmed somewhat too.
Yeah,
didn't
but he worked at GE too, so.
he? Yeah. Okay. So, anything else you think of? That
Not
would be
too
not
much.
be good to pass on to my kids and
Well, my grandpa Irving, he had a big farm, and he was a farmer. Of course, he had 11 children, so they,
He went into the gravel business then too, didn't he?
well, his sons did, and he helped them out.
Yeah.
It was on, they started on his farm, and
Hmm.
he had a,
Thank
he had quite a farm there. It was river bottom,
Yeah.
and the river made a big bend like that. And up here was a hill, and down there was all bottom land, and that's what he farmed.
That's probably where Mike found a lot of his Indian relics.
yeah.
Mike Irving. So.
Yeah, someplace there was an Indian village, permanent for a long time, and he had a lot of
Yeah.
relics.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.